We're now being joined by Patrick Eholor. He joins us via Zoom from Lagos. Eholor is the president of One Love Foundation and a senior advocate of the masses. Good to have you join us.
Good evening. It's a little bit faint, but it's a pleasure being in your program.
All right. Of course, from the reports you've seen so far, it's been a precarious situation for persons living in the various IDP camps in most parts of the country. What kind of help do you think the authorities can offer these IDPs to make their lives at least more better before they are being relocated back to their homes?
Yeah, thank you. I think it's very easy. I think we have to be selfless in what we do. I think I traveled to Canada 1988 precisely when Nigeria was going through this sort of turmoil. It wasn't as serious as this or severe as this. But when I got to Canada, I took a political asylum as a refugee. And I was received, and I was checked into a hotel, take my IDs and explain my narratives and all that. Because there were willingness, I was accepted, and I got assistance, not only going back to school, but I was also integrated back to the society and become very useful. I think the issue we're having in Nigeria is that we are very self-centered people. We have a lot of churches, we have a lot of mosques, we have a lot of very supposedly elites or rich men who find that the only way they, are super rich is to see your brothers and sisters suffering. And that's what made us super rich. It's not about what you accumulate, it's about what you have. It's about what you give to people that makes you rich. I've always said that if the states, the local government, and the federal government can work together, this internally displaced people, which you call the IDP, we're using some fanciful English for them. The matter of fact is that they are people who becomes refugee. I was an external refugee, but they are internal refugee in their country. But because you want to use some fanciful English, we call them internal displaced people living in IDP camp. It's very easy. But the issue is that politically, we don't have any local government. These are all grassroots things. These people, if they are war in their place because of the Boko Haram, or because of the Fulani herdsmen, or because of the Kanabi and all that, we can relocate them, to different local governments, and then finance the local government through the support of the states and the federal. Reintegrate back these people to society. They become very useful for us. But because we don't have the will, we don't have the feelings, because we don't really care about our citizens, how they feel. All we care about is how to suffer, how to misappropriate, and how to, deceive us politically. For example, you have the recent scandal that has been going on with Abata Ibu, the lady that was supposed to be in charge of, the area of disbursement to assist the people. But it wasn't done right. The money was transferred into a personal account, which of course, it makes a lot of people get very angry about such an attitude. And yet, even as we speak, nothing is done about it. So those who we truly trust with funds to assist the very less privileged, they use such funds to enrich themselves. And that's why we are having the problem we're having today. Again, let me quickly say this. Churches has a very high role to play on this. Mosque has a very high role to play on this. It's not only about giving, paying tithes and whatnot. In churches in Canada alone, in a situation like this, they will work very hard. If you have used clothes, if you have tomato paste, if you have, spaghetti or whatnot, you donate it in the box, and the church will take it and go to the refugee camp. I don't want to use the word IDP camp because we don't have such over there. There shouldn't be a need for IDP, internally displaced people. This is your country. You cannot be displayed, or rejected in your own country. So we have a little issues in this country, or a bigger issue, I say. Look at what is happening today in Senate, where we are supposed to have a
Patrick Eholor, if you can hear me very well. Hello?
I can hear you.
Yeah, if you can hear me very well. You earlier talked about selflessness. You also talked about acceptance. From all that you have said now, are you telling us that the government is yet to accept that these people are Nigerians and should be taken care of?
Well, I want to say, even if they are, but I know that the majority, or the vast majority, are Nigerians. I mean, those who are from Sokoto, Plateau, Kaduna and all that, where you have these Boko Haram kidnappers and all that, they are Nigerians. And even if they are not Nigerians, they are from West Africa. And they are seeking a political asylum. We need to treat them very fairly, because the Geneva Convention clearly states that when somebody is fleeing from war zone, or when there's issue in their country, they have the right to declare a political asylum. But these are not asylum, but because you use the word IDP, it means that they are internally displaced people. It means that they are Nigerians. So I can tell you categorically that 95 or 90% of people are Nigerians, and they deserve to be taken care of. They deserve to have welfare. They deserve to be reintegrated into the society. They are very useful. They are Nigerians. We should be our brothers and our sisters' keeper.
Okay, thank you so much, Patrick Eholor. He is the president of One Love Foundation and the senior advocate of the masses. Thank you so much for your contributions on the AIT News Hour.
Just watching the News Hour on AIT. More reports after the